Elias, how are you?
Fine.
Oh, are you happy?
Yes.
Good boy. That's it. I love you, mommy.
I am Mama.
Ah! Hi guys, good day from wherever you're watching. Guys, yes, I'm back. I am back. Did you miss this beautiful face? Just tell me in the comment section that I miss your beautiful face. Okay, guys, I miss everybody also, guys. I've been gone for some days now. Is it days? Weeks now, and I'm back. I'm back and I'm better. Okay, I'm back and better. Okay, so guys, I saw people's comments. I saw everyone's comments on my community post where I mentioned that I'll be leaving. I'll be taking a break for some days, and then I saw the prayers, the well wishes. Like, I'm so grateful for all the love and support I'm getting from my fellow content creators and people that just love me. Okay, thank you so much for the love and for the support. Okay, some people even went the extra mile of contacting me on IG to ask about my well-being. I really, really appreciate everyone so much. And there are some people that even went further. They took my number, they called me on WhatsApp, on voice call, like video calls. Thank you so much for the love, for the support, for the words of encouragement while I was away. I appreciate so much. I really, really appreciate everyone. Okay, thank you so much. I am back and I'm better, more beautiful, more bold. What am I saying at this point? Guys, I am back. I am back. So let me just give you a little gist about why I was away, okay? And then the reason for bringing this gist is just to tell one parent out there, either a mom or a dad, that you should not take your gut feelings for granted, okay? If you have any strange feelings about your kids, please do not take them for granted. Take a step soon as possible, like ASAP. Don't delay things. Delaying things could be disastrous, because at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you a short story of something that happened yesterday that I was a witness of, okay? Do not take anything for granted on your kids, because these kids, they cannot explain how they are feeling. They don't know the words to describe their feelings. Okay, so please let us be very, very proactive when it comes to our kids. Okay, the reason why I was away was because my three kids were sick. Like, three of them became sick. The last video I made where I was cooking fried rice and moi moi on a Sunday, the Saturday before that Sunday, I was washing my baby girl's hair. So I discovered that her body was hot and I gave her paracetamol. You guys are going to see it in that video because I recorded our ear wash day and everything like that. So I gave her paracetamol, and then on Sunday morning while I was cooking that fried rice and moi moi, her body was very, very hot. I fed her and I gave her another dose of paracetamol. We went to church, it became worse. So there is this woman that treats us like most Nigerians, we do it. Don't let us lie. Most of us do it. We have that person that treats us before we go to the hospital. Yeah, I know it's not the best practice, but we still do it. Okay. Yeah, so this woman is my church member also. So, and I told her, Emmanuela is not feeling fine. No. So she asked me what I've given her, and I told her. So she also said, okay, let's treat her for malaria. So we gave her anti-malaria medicine. And Emmanuela is very difficult to give medicine to. Not to talk of injection. Although me, I prefer injection, no, because I think injection works faster than oral medicine. Please let me know if you are on the same boat with me on this injection and oral medicine. Okay. So we gave her medicine on that Sunday morning in church. And few minutes later, I went to check up on her. Like an hour later, her body was still very, very hot. I went back to this one. I said, Emmanuela needs injection. Oh. We held her down, we pinned her down, and we gave her that injection. Okay, she ate like two wraps of momo in church that morning, and she started playing. Okay, and then when we got home that Sunday afternoon, I discovered that my baby boy's body, like my baby, his body was hot. I gave him paracetamol also. And there's this thing that my kids do. The moment one of them becomes sick, like in 2 or 3 days' time, I know another one of them will become sick. Although I've prayed against this and I know it's not going to happen again to them. Okay. Yeah. So That was how the baby also started running temperature. I gave him paracetamol also. And then on Monday morning, I dressed them up. They went to school. Their first day of school. The three of them went to school. And then when I went to pick baby from school, his teacher told me that his body is hot and he's not been eating since morning. When I got home, I gave him another dose of paracetamol. So when the older kids came back from school, they, they told me Emmanuel has been sick since morning. That makes the three of them sick officially. The three of them became officially sick on that Monday, okay? But thankfully, Emanuela was getting better. She was getting better. She was taking her medicine and she started playing. She's eating well, okay? So it now remained the two boys. Emmanuel's case, he was just vomiting. He was throwing up. If he drinks water, he will throw up. If he eats one spoon of rice, he's going to throw up. He vomited until the extent that he started vomiting green substances. And you know that when vomiting gets to the point of green substance, it means you are literally vomiting your stomach linings, okay? So we gave him a medicine that will suppress the vomiting, but it did not work for him. Mind you, baby is also sick. Baby was not eating, he was not talking, he was just drooling, like saliva was pouring on his body like this. He could not control his saliva again. He could not talk again. He could not do anything. He was just crying with temperature. On that Monday and Tuesday, I tried to manage it at home. I'll wake up in the midnight, their bodies will be hot. I'll put towel in water, put on their body, give them paracetamol. It got to a point on Wednesday, I said, Mommy, I'm taking this kid to the hospital. I'm taking them to the hospital. I'm scared. Elias is not talking. He's not eating. Emmanuel is vomiting at anything that enters his mouth. I took them to the hospital. They admitted Elias immediately. And then Emmanuel, they sent him back home. But in the night, things became worse. So we brought him back to the hospital. And thank God we brought him back to the hospital, because when he got to the hospital and they did tests on him, he was losing blood. His PCV the previous day that he came to the hospital had reduced by 10% the following day. Can you imagine someone losing 10% of blood in the space of 24 hours? So the doctor said, his PCV has become so low. The rate at which this thing is reducing, we need to give him blood. Guys, and you know, all Nigerians, if you hear blood like this, we used to be scared of receiving blood. But me, I'm not, my own Christian faith is not against receiving blood, okay? So we started sourcing for blood. We got the blood. They started giving him blood. And mind you, baby is there, not eating, not talking. I was so scared for baby because, you know, we were suspecting measles. I know that most of the deaf people we have in Nigeria today, I don't know if it happens in other parts of the world, they were not born deaf and dumb. Most of them, they were sick, and then that thing blocked their hair. I don't know how it happened. So I started feeling scared, like, hey, hope my baby is not going to become deaf and dumb, because I don't know if he could hear me. I don't know if he could hear. I don't know, because he was not talking. His tongue was glued to the upper part of his mouth. I was, guys, I cried, I crowed, I crewed. Guys, I'm laughing now because it's funny, but it was not funny back then. It was not funny back then, okay? So, before Emmanuel even took blood, something happened in the hospital one night. That was how they were giving Emmanuel IV, like fluid, because he was not keeping food down. So in the middle of the night, my cousin was staying with me because I could not keep up with the two kids alone. I had to bring in someone to stay with me in the night, okay? So my cousin was staying beside Emmanuel's bed. I was staying with baby. So he just called me, come and see something. Oh. When I got there, I saw blood on Emmanuel's bed. I saw blood on the pillowcase, on the bed. I discovered that thing that they used to pass fluid, it has detached from the line. I don't know what you call it though. So blood has started coming out from that line. You know, when the fluid finishes and you don't remove it on time, blood will start coming up. That was what was happening. So the blood was coming out, and I was scared though, guys. Thank God I know how to fix that thing. I quickly fixed the thing back, and I was just shaking. Like, what if you had slept off? Was that how the blood, is that how the blood will keep coming out? Till when? Guys, I was scared though. I was so scared. That was one of the scary things that happened at the hospital. So Emmanuel took blood, and then he was better. Mind you, he was still vomiting. He could not keep any food down. And baby was not talking. Baby had sore throat, sore lips, sore mouth, like his gums were bleeding, his lips were bleeding, and there's this stench. I mean odor, bad one that was coming out of my baby's mouth. I was wondering if this kind of odor is coming out of this little baby's mouth. God knows what is going on inside the stomach. And guys, it was so scary for me. It was a very scary moment for me. Guys, the reason why I'm bringing this up is not because I'm happy about it or I want to share bad news. No, but because I'm talking to a parent out there, don't take things for granted. What if we had not brought Emmanuel into the hospital and then he was losing blood and we did not know? What would have happened? So please, if you start using medicine for your babies at home and you treat them the first day, you know, on this, when they are making adverts for medicine in Nigeria, they will tell you, if the medicine not work after 2 days, go to the hospital. Guys, don't wait for 3 days again before you go to the hospital. If you treat your baby in the morning at home and by evening the baby is still not fine, please start running to the hospital. Start running to the hospital. Don't wait for 3 days. Oh, 3 days could be disastrous. Please don't wait for 3 days. So I thank God that my gut feelings, I did not take it for granted. I brought the kid to the hospital at the right time. And you know, we spent a week at the hospital. It was not easy. So when we go back home, I was also sick. Like I'm still recovering. Like I'm not fully like sun kiss. The sun is kissing my face this early morning. Look at this beauty. So guys, let's get back to the video. Yeah, so I thank God I took them to the hospital at the right time because only God knows what could have happened. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine because I was so scared for baby, especially because a baby that has been talking very well before suddenly stopped talking. I was thinking about so many things, guys. But thank God at the end of it all, at the center of it all, Jesus took perfect control. Like God took perfect control of everything. My babies became fine. And then I'm also recovering. I'm getting better also. And I know with time, I'll get back on my feet, okay? Because now they care for sick person, and then they sick pass. So now you they sick pass, they care for sick person. Like sleeping on that tiny bed was not easy. Like my body, I still have body aches from sleeping at the hospital bed, okay? I mean on the hospital bed. So guys, I'm gonna end this video with this sad story that I'm about to tell you guys. I'm not bringing this story because I want to use it to mock the person that it happened to, but I just want to use it to buttress my points of not taking your gut feelings for granted on your kids, okay? So there is this ugly incident that happened yesterday. Like I was a witness of it. It happened right in my hands like this. There's this young lady a teenager that had a baby. She's my church member. She lived very close to my parents. I take her as my younger sister also. That was how this baby was sick. This lady brought her baby to my parents' house, and I was there with my mom. And my mom, she was telling my mom that, oh, I don't know what's wrong with this baby. Oh, her body is hot since 3 days ago, and it's not. And I gave her paracetamol, and she's not feeling fine. So when I touched this baby's body, her body was very hot, like a 4 month old baby, about maybe 4 months old baby or 5 months. The baby is not up to 6 months, sha. I went to my collection of medicine. I took paracetamol. I gave the baby the dosage for her age. And then my mom gave her money that, oh yeah, take money, go and take bike. Go to the nearest health center now. There was one very close to our house. Go there now. Go and show this baby to the doctors because this baby's head is very hot. That was what my mom said. My mom told her, cover this baby's head though. Go take bike. Don't trek, oh, bike. And we forgot about it. So me, I was going out in the evening and I saw her outside. I said, have you taken the baby to the hospital? She said, she didn't let her go to the hospital. Then they said they will collect money for card. And I said, can't you come back and tell mommy that they will collect money for card? He said, oh, she used the money to buy medicine. The money we gave her to take bike, she used it to buy medicine for the baby. And she's better now. Okay, I said, no problem. We'll just monitor her very well. Guys, that was how things changed yesterday morning. Oh, guys, you see, I have this habit of when I come back home from school runs, I will just lay on the bed and sleep until the time to pick up my baby, which is 12 p.m. So when I finish eating my food in the morning, yesterday morning, which is 31st of January, I was just laying on the bed. to start sleeping. Oh, that was why I started hearing noise. Hey, daddy, help me! Oh, mommy, come and see this baby! Oh, hey, I don't know what's wrong with this baby again! Oh, I jumped from the bed. I was not wearing slippers. Thank God I was wearing clothes. I just held the baby. This baby was convulsing, and we put our hand on. You know how we do it now? You put your hand in the baby's mouth between the gums. Yeah, if the baby has teeth, you don't use your hand. You use like spoon or something. Okay, so I was just holding the baby. Thank God my daddy's driver was around because I could not drive at that state. I could not drive at that state. And I told my daddy's driver, uncle, please come and take us to hospital. I was holding this baby. This baby's eyes were wide open, but this black thing was not moving again. It was just there, and her mouth was opened. Her hands and legs were stiff. Okay, so that was how we were taking the baby to the hospital. This driver ran like mad, like crazy. When we got to the health center, they rejected us. They said we should go to the general hospital. I called someone that I know at the general hospital. Oh, please start coming to the entrance. So I'm bringing one emergency case. And these people were so nice. They were outside waiting for us. So when I gave this baby to the matron said, oh, start coming to the theater. Bring the baby to the theater. Be fast about it. When the matron held this baby, the matron shook her head and said, oh, it's too late. There's nothing we can do. This baby was brought in dead. Guys, that was how we lost that baby yesterday. Right in my hands like this. I was shaking. I was shivering. I was crying. I was shouting. I was not wearing slippers. Like, I was wearing my house clothes, a clothes that I would not wear outside. I was wearing it. I was not wearing slippers. I was crying at the house. I was holding the baby. We took the baby back home, and I called some pastors. And my daddy was not around. My dad was not around, so I called some other pastors in our church, and then I called the father of that girl, because the lady is a single mother. Yeah, so I now called that lady's dad, like the grandfather to that baby, that this is what happened though. So we now, the elderly ones just went to bury the baby, and that was how this baby died like that. That was how this baby died. And although it's not good to blame someone at that point, but you know, we still have to say one or two things to her. And why did you go to the hospital when I told you to go to the hospital? We told you to go to the hospital and you did not go. So guys, I'm just ending this video by telling us that we should not take our gut feelings for granted, especially on our babies, because these babies cannot talk. Only God knows what had gone wrong in that baby's body. Maybe baby had lost so much blood from the fever. Maybe, I don't just know what could have gone so wrong in that baby's system. Guys, talking about this, I could not sleep well last night, because I was just imagining how the baby was in my hand. I was holding the baby in the car when we were going. I was shouting, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I don't even know what to do again. So guys, that's just it though. Please don't let us take our gut feelings for granted on these babies. If you treat your baby in the morning and by night it's still not fine, please start running to the hospital. Run as far as your legs can carry you and go to the hospital. We will not lose our loved ones, so we will not lose our children. No, there shall be no loss. So, and to the people that have lost someone in their lives, God will give you the fortitude to bear the loss, and evil shall not happen again. Affliction shall not rise again in our homes. I'm gonna end this video here, guys. I'm back. I'm better. Yeah, I'm better. Okay, and I have some backlogs from January. Okay, I'm gonna post some January content, because no content is going to waste. Okay, so guys, how do we even end videos? I've forgotten how we used to end our videos. If you are coming across this video for the first time, what am I saying? So give this video a thumbs up. Let me see your comments in the comment section, and then subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye bye.